Hello everyone, we are the DID babies. I am Ash from the Dragon system.
And I am Rune from the castor system.
Today we're going to be talking about the differences in altars, and just altars in general.
We're going to be talking about what altars are, and some of the things that you can notice that are different between altars when they are fronting, and even in headspace, even inside of the head when they aren't fronting, what the differences between altars can be.
So, an altar is the different personalities inside of a system. That is what they're called. Altars can be anything. There's non-human altars, which can be anything from an alien to an elf to an animal. You can have opposite gender altars, you can have altars who are non-binary or anything in the LGBTQ plus area, like trans altars. You can have same-sex altars.
You can have intersex altars, which, I mean, obviously they wouldn't experience being intersex when they're fronting, but on the inside they would be.
Mm-hmm.
You can have altars of different ages, of different ethnicities, of different cultures. You wouldn't be able to have an altar that fluently speaks a language that the body does not know, because there's no way for your brain to have learned that language. They never went through, like, the process of learning, but you can have altars with different accents, and accents of a different language.
Yep. So when altars front, when they're different from the body, say male altars in a female body, they would be different using the body than, say, I would. When they front, say, their voice changes. My voice would be deeper if I had one of my guys fronting.
Hey, how's it going?
Especially with us, we find there's a lot of voice changes between me and my altars. Like, some of my females have a very softer and more feminine voice than I do because I have a deeper female voice. My males, most of the time, have a much deeper voice than I do. And my littles, obviously, have a more childish sounding voice.
I have a lot of different vocal, changes between me and my altars as well as mannerism changes. So the way that they talk, the words that they use, the slang that they use, the pacing between their words, it can all change because they are completely different people.
Speaking of mannerisms, the way they use the body, like I talk with my hands a lot. Altars might not do that when they talk. They might hold the face differently, they might sit differently. They all have different mannerisms than I do, so they wouldn't act with the same mannerisms. Even just like facial expressions would all be different because it is a different person.
Association time.
And another thing is style, the way they like to hold, the way they like to dress the body or, do things with the body is all going to be different. Because they are different.
Depending on who's the one that's getting up in the morning, that would change who's dressing the body, and therefore it would change what you're dressing like, what you're looking like. For example, I was the one that dressed my body today, so this is my style of clothing. This is something that I would want to wear, but it wouldn't be something that Kyle would want to wear, or something that Rin would want to wear. And I noticed that with you specifically, you wear a lot of different styles a lot of the time because you have so many different altars that come out and dress the body at different times.
Yes, I did not dress myself this morning. I have a very, innocent, softer demeanor going on than I normally would because I like to dress more gothic, and
Badass,
witchy.
yeah.
Yes, badass and witchy, so I like to dress a lot more hard, and I think Kara dressed me this morning. That's as far as I think, but I could be wrong. And my males will put on a sports bra to flatten my chest, and they will wear their male clothes because we went out and we bought some clothes from a male store to make them feel more comfortable. And my females, a lot of the time, will dress a lot more feminine and frilly than I do. And then my littles will most of the time just wear a onesie because that's what they want to wear. And if they're dressing the body for that day, that's what they will put on, and then you just have to wear it for the rest of the day if you're there.
There can be a very vast difference in styles, as well as there can be a vast difference in ages between alters. You can have an alter that's 6 years old in a 14-year-old body, or you can have an alter that's 28 years old in a 13-year-old body. Like, it honestly depends on what was going through the brain TM during the split.
Yes, my youngest alter is 4. She is a very little girl. She is a trauma holder, and we will do a video on alter roles in the system. And then my oldest is a elf who is like 1,000 and something years old. So there's lots of differences in alters, and you will most likely get to see different mannerisms in different people if you keep watching our channel, because there will be videos of switches and there will be videos of different alters just being here.
Kyle is hella close to front, but there's nothing that he could really touch on right now, so he gotta stay back.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, is most of the time we can feel when our alters are close to front and sitting with us, we can feel them near us.
Trying not to switch. Ah!
But no, this has been our video on alters. We are the DID babies. I am the dragon system.
And I am the castor system. Wiggle, wiggle.